everybody, and welcome to 2018. This is Brandon.
This is Jake.
And we're hitting you with the first episode of the Taco Tuesday podcast in 2018. Welcome.
Hello.
So, how did your New Year's go?
It was good, man. We have NA does a little like get together on New Year's Eve because for a lot of people that was a night that they went out and like got super fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, as opposed to just the normal everyday fucked up they did every day.
Right.
So this is just like we have just a safe spot for people to come hang out and do non drug and alcohol related activities, I guess. So I did that for a little bit, and then I picked up my best gal, and we just went back to my place and watched a movie. And
your best gal, huh?
Yep.
Out of the deck?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to bring back like 40s and 50s terminology.
Look at the cams on that trollop. Like, hold on.
So how about you, man?
I spent my New Year's Eve carting around drunk folks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's nice of you. Were you also drunk?
No.
No, you were just DDing, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
I work third shift.
The Taco Tuesday podcast cares about our friends and family.
Yeah. My regular job is third shift.
Right.
So I was like, do I go to bed early and screw up my sleep schedule for the rest of the week, or do I try and keep myself up by doing a good deed? And I knew if I went out and drank, the alcohol would just make me sleepy.
Right.
So
you would mess up your cycle anyways.
Yeah. So I stayed up. I put the APB out on Facebook. Hey, if you need a ride, or if you're drinking and you need a ride, don't drive. Call me. Like I'll come get you. I didn't care who it was.
Right.
I had some family get a hold of me and ask me for a ride. I had some people that I went to high school with ask me for a ride.
Really?
Yeah, and I even had some people that I'm Facebook friends with, but not like super close.
Yeah.
I had them get a hold of me and ask me for a ride. I was like, yeah, like whoever needs it, I'd rather you be safe in my car with me than taking somebody out like in a drunken stupor.
Right.
So I don't care who you are, like come with me. Let's
Did anybody puke in your car?
No.
Nice.
Everybody was...
That's an added benefit.
Yeah. Luckily, there was nobody that was, like, smashed.
Yeah.
Everybody just knew that they had enough that I probably shouldn't drive.
Right.
So,
okay. So how late were you doing that?
I got home after getting something to eat on my way home.
Taco Bell, I'm sure.
Hardee's.
Hardee's, okay.
Yeah. Not the healthiest things, but I was like, yeah, let's get some of the chicken tenders. I'm down. Those things are delicious.
Chicken's got protein, my man.
Yeah,
you're good.
I'm down with it. But no, after getting food, I got home probably like 4:15.
Okay.
Yeah, so
got everybody home safe and sound, and
yeah, I got a couple like thank you messages and that kind of thing, and it's like, hey, that's why I did it, just to make sure that everybody had a good night and it didn't end with like a hospital visit or.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things where it's not something that everybody can do all the time, but when it comes to people's safety, it is important to do what you can for people, and especially like I've seen you drink, but you've never struck me as like a big drinker. Like
No,
you don't party a lot. Maybe once a month you go out with some friends, but I wasn't surprised because I know that drinking and partying isn't terribly important to you.
Yeah,
and so that's awesome, man.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. I'll drink from time to time. Like I've got some beers in the fridge right now. I don't go nuts with them, but like if we're having dinner or something like that, I might have one.
Yeah.
And
which is not me.
Yeah, right.
I've never had one of anything, I don't think.
Right. So I'm able to keep it limited, so I take pride in that. But
Did you have any? So were there any interesting stories from any of the rides, or were they all pretty tame? Did you guys do like any karaoke? Did you roast anybody while you like?
I wanted to. I actually got my uncle. It's my blood relative, my aunt's ex-husband. I still consider him my uncle. He's my uncle for 25 years of my life. Legally.
Yeah.
So I'd still call him Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
I ended up giving him and his new wife a ride to this shindig.
Okay.
Picked him up from their house, took him to the shindig, and then went back later and picked him up and took him
home.
Took him home.
Nice.
And when they got back in the car, he was a little drunk. He had a few.
Yeah.
And his wife asked me if I was still doing stand up. I was like, I haven't been doing it, as of recently, but here in the next coming months, I'm hoping to do it a little bit more.
Right.
And he's like, good, I'm glad you're getting back into it. This whole time I've been waiting for you to tell a joke, and I've got nothing. I didn't realize that I was leaving out a service of my taxi service there.
Yeah, dude, your free rides should also come with free jokes.
I forgot about one of the amenities. That's my bad.
Yeah, that's all right, man.
But yeah, no. So I got kind of roasted by him for that. He's like, man, you haven't been funny once. I was like, yeah, you should see me come do stand up. It's kind of a bit of the same.
Right.
But I got roasted by him. Got let's see, had a pickup over in Moline at the Beer Stew.
Okay.
Picked a couple people up from there. From the sounds of their night, it was kind of so.
It was so cold, man. Right. And I saw a lot of people. I obviously don't go out, but when I open up Snapchat or something like that, or just go on Facebook, you see a lot of stuff about what people are doing. The government also sees that people pay attention.
Right.
But it seemed like a lot of people were out, and I was just like, man, I left the NA function at maybe 10.
Yeah.
To go
hang out with your best lady.
To hang out with my best lady, who she's a graphic designer at Jumers.
Very cool.
And because they're a casino and they're open all the time, everybody, even the people who don't work on the floor, had to go and help out last night, I guess.
Yeah.
So she, helped out for a few hours, and then she called me. But even in the 10 minutes that I drove to get her, I was like, I would never. I mean,
Yeah, if you didn't have to be out, you wouldn't be out.
Well, and that's the thing. Even when I was using, I probably would have gotten whatever drugs I was gonna do, and just stayed home and done.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go out in -7 degree with a -30 degree windshield outside, man.
Let's call up Jake. He does drugs. He should be into some wild shit. Hey, Jake, you want to come out in this mess? Fuck that. Click.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. One of the girls I picked up last night mentioned that she tried to hail an Uber.
Oh, yeah?
And, over the next, I want to say, half hour, the wait time increased.
Yeah.
And then the fare also
the surcharge,
increased.
Yeah.
It's holy shit. She's like, I stopped when it was, going to cost me, $30. No, that's insane.
I saw a friend of mine said that he walked home and his beard was for you could see icicles on his beard because he's like, I'm not paying $40 for an Uber.
Yeah.
I would pay $40 for an Uber as opposed to
right.
But
and that's why I'm happy that I was kind of offering the service of going and picking anybody up that needed it. I was just like, hey,
did you ask for gas money or anything, or just out of the kindness?
I didn't.
You paid for everything.
I didn't ask for shit, but I did get tipped. So
did you?
Yeah. So I was fine with that.
Did you have bottled water service for?
I did not
next year.
But the fact that I wasn't asking for a fee or a charge or tips or anything like that, it's I don't have all this extra shit, but I'm skipping you getting a DUI.
Yeah.
I'm skipping
the car's
you taking,
warm.
Yeah, the car's warm. I'm skipping you getting anybody murdered.
Yeah.
So forgive me, but next time I'll have water.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it was
a good night.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. The roads were clear because, like you said, there was nobody out on the road. Everybody picked where they were going to go when it was still daylight out. Yeah, and they stayed there like mole people. So I was fine with that.
First, I think you said mole people.
Mole people.
But at first I thought you said old people, and I was like, well, that's a little rude, but an apt observation, I suppose.
It's accurate, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, no. So the New Year's went fine for us. I found out this morning that our little Taco Tuesday podcast we've hit 600 plays. So
very nice.
Yeah. So
people like us.
Yeah. So over the last few months that we've been up and operational.
When did we start? Like September, October?
You know what? That's a good ass question.
I think we started like the end of September. It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out later. But yeah, man, I had a good night. I think I'm hoping that last night and today is a little foreshadowing of what the coming year will bring.
Yeah,
I think. I don't know, man. I try to stay positive.
Yeah.
Did you look?
I just looked. Our first episode was September 20th.
That's not bad though. So like. Yeah. You know, just under 3 months, I guess, right? Or just about 3 months.
September, October,
I don't know how to
November,
do math,
December. Dude. So over the course of 3 months,
3.5 months,
we've accrued almost. It'd be, I guess, like almost 200 listens a month.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's
especially
decent.
For once a week, and
yeah,
we've had
we're not trying to change the world. So
we're not.
We're just a little. We talk, we chit chat.
Yeah,
nothing crazy. But yeah, so it's going good. I mean,
that's our altar podcast. The therapy is a joke that we'll re-release at some point.
Yeah, probably can hear unruly kids in the background. They love it.
You know what? This is we're doing a free service, and we hope that people enjoy it. But this is life. You have kids. We can't like.
I'm not going to Photoshop out my babies. Yeah.
They're a part of this podcast too, damn it.
Right.
So
they get unhappy when daddy's out of view. So what can you do?
Trish can't seem to control them.
I hope she heard that. And I get a comment later like, you tell Jake to watch his fucking mouth.
It's a good thing I don't live here.
That should be on the mat outside the front door. Just be glad you don't live here. Come on in, kick off your shoes. Don't touch nothing. Yeah, let's see. So, New Year's went fine. We got 600 listens on the podcast.
Saturday, I did a show.
Yeah,
so the day before
with
New
Nikki
Year's,
and James Draper,
Nikki Gillette and James Draper, and I told the crowd of, I don't know, probably 175 to 100 people to shut the F up twice. And
it got that bad?
Well, so here's the thing. It actually went great. James kicked it off. He did about 10 or 11 minutes and crushed. I mean, he did phenomenal.
Well, I will say this. James Draper...
James is a great host.
He's hard on himself.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the guy, every time he goes up, like, knocks it out of the park. So anybody that follows him is usually like, I thought before the show you said you were going to suck.
Yeah. You were just supposed to warm him up, dude.
Right.
I can't follow that.
Right. But, you were just going out there and telling them about the drink specials and shit like that.
Yeah.
And here I go out with material I've been working on for a couple years now. Right. And they're just like, bring the guy back out with the Gilligan hat. Like,
yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Like, I had it fine. My set was fine. Yeah. But it was one of those things where people were kind of like, straggling in, and so then they see their friends and they start talking, and then
hi Kim,
and then that promotes, and that starts somebody else talking, and so finally, like, the people, there was like this long table in the front. It was a really kind of weird setup, but there's this long table in the front, and the whole table was like, they were invested, and all the tables that were kind of around that were invested, but people in the back were a little louder, and so every setup I had, like, half of the people would get it, and then so when the punchline hit, they would laugh, but then other people couldn't hear it because they were hearing about their neighbor Craig's son who shot a deer last week,
Right.
And so finally, I try not to do this, but you get frustrated every once in a while, and I just said, I told him to shut the fuck up, and then I was like, look, if you guys don't want to listen, that's fine. I already got paid. It doesn't matter to me. But maybe some other people want to listen. And then people started clapping, and they're like, oh, yeah. And then, like, 5 minutes later, they started talking again.
Right back at it.
And so I went up to this dude. I just slapped him in the face. I was like, look, you got to go.